everybody? Oh my goodness, we came all the way to Tampa. It's hot, it's humid, they got Pirates. These people seriously take the Pirate stuff way too seriously, and Washington didn't perform. I think we have to examine this from a micro perspective and a macro perspective. Hello, Mitchell. How are you? I'm JP Finley.
That's JP. I'm Mitch.
We are brought to you by MGM National Harbor. We're thrilled to have them as a sponsor. Go check them out. Their performance is significantly better than what we saw on the field in Tampa. Macro viewpoint. This is a rebuild. We got to be prepared for this. They were 4-13 last year. Adam Peters wants to rebuild through the draft. That takes years, plural, okay? Micro, we were told they'd tackle better. They didn't. We were told the secondary would be better. They weren't. There were real problems defensively. Baker Mayfield was damn near perfect. Mike Evans carves them up always. They go over 100 rushing. I think about 400 total yards.
It was a butt kicking.
Dude, 37-20 is a thorough butt kicking.
It is, and it's really the last touchdown made it look a little bit better.
Can we unbutton? We're unbuttoning to the brass here.
We knew that this team, this roster, wasn't quite good enough, right?
Yeah.
We knew there was going to be a need to be better. What I didn't expect was how soft the defense played and how little aggression there was on the offensive side. On top of the fact that these guys didn't. All the issues we always had with Ron was these guys weren't ready to play, and it feels like that happened today.
I don't want to say the ready to play part, because I feel like when it kind of got embarrassing was late in this game.
Was it?
So the first drive, this is remarkable. I have this stuff written down. The first drive, you can it all depends on what lens you want to view it, right? Because yes, they held them to a field goal, but after they went downfield 65 yards, and Baker missed 2 easy touchdown throws,
and they missed a field goal to even give themselves a chance to score early. But they couldn't do much. They couldn't do much on defense. The holes were gaping. The D-line couldn't do a thing in the run game. They were getting 5-10 a pop whenever they wanted it.
Yeah, man. This was. If you just look at the stats, and listen, for everybody that's listening to this podcast when it gets posted, thank you.
Yes.
But for everybody that's watching, we're doing this live, so there's gonna be papers, there's gonna be stuff. All right. What was it? Dude. The stats are so skewed in this because of Washington able to have some success late.
The time of possession is the most telling thing.
Certainly. It was basically 34 to 26.
That's
33-41 to 26-19. DQ said third downs. If you look at third downs, Tampa was 9 of 13 on third down. That's about 70%.
I think
Washington
it's third down
was
on
2
both
of
sides
8.
of the ball.
Yeah.
They didn't do that.
When it reflects like that, it's on both sides.
But they couldn't. Jaden had some really nice runs. He had some nice plays.
They didn't punt until damn near the fourth quarter.
Right.
They didn't force a punt. The first 5 possessions they scored.
Last year, there were full games that the team never punted.
Right. The yards per play, all that stuff. You want a bright spot. If you are watching us right now, means you took the time to either have the app, download the app, submit your email address. You know what happened, right? We all know.
And we appreciate you guys all being here.
Yeah, for sure. But they got their butts kicked. We know it too. And they seem to know it. And in the locker room, there was very much a let's get on to New York, right? And
of course.
What are they going to say?
Yeah.
I do think Jaden showed signs of encouragement. And the top of that list is he's got the dog in him, man. He is a competitor. He is a serious competitor.
Yeah.
And I think you saw that in the run game particularly. I think he finished with almost 90 yards rushing. I think we're taking hits, Greg. We're live, dude.
Yeah,
we're live on it.
Just happened.
If we're taking hits, we're just going to talk about it. Mitch is sweating. I think you can take your jacket off, but I don't know if that's better.
No, we're good. We're
good.
Good.
A little breeze now.
Yeah, the breeze is nice.
I have a casual comment for you.
Please.
Hot, humid, go white.
Listen, it was a mistake. We're learning. It's okay. You know what? I was going to go blue, but that wouldn't have been any better. So we're fine. We're moving.
Jaden, as a runner, was really impressive. Jaden's going to run a lot. The only designed run call I didn't like, and I've talked about this.
The inside this stuff run makes me between nervous. The tackles.
He scrambles enough, and you see Jaden there kind of in his warm-ups. He scrambles enough, and I'm fine with some design quarterback runs to the edges. I thought by and large he did a pretty good job of not taking too many hits. Whether he's officially sliding or kind of barrel rolling, we can have that debate later.
I'm ready for that debate.
I'm confident.
Don't get me wrong. I am ready to go.
But I'm cool with Jaden running the ball everywhere except that design QB run inside. And we talked about that a month ago as we watched him install it. I don't think you need that when the kid, what did he finish, 16 carries or something?
Yeah, I mean, that's too many carries.
He was their whole offense.
He was his legs were their entire offense.
Were their entire offense until late when they were able to get a little bit of the passing game going. And a lot of I asked him in postgame, everything was at the line of scrimmage. There was one failed deep shot to Terry, which is a real damn shame. Because
Terry was open.
2 yards clear of the defender.
But you know what? It's the same problem with Terry. Terry didn't get the ball until 3 minutes left in the third quarter. I mean, you have to find a way to do that.
There had been 3 catches by a wide receiver midway through the third quarter, and it was 2 by McCaffrey and 1 by Crowder.
Yeah.
That ain't the recipe.
That ain't good.
Everything was at the line of
They
scrimmage.
had 1 catch for 0 yards by the receivers in the first half.
Right. So many screens.
Pretty bad.
It's going to be easy to not. Some of will go like tired wired on Kingsbury. There's no motion. There's plenty of motion. Terry's in the same spot all the time. No, he's not. But damn, everything was at the line of scrimmage.
It was.
And I don't know that they ever really got the run game into a flow. I thought B-Rob was productive.
He ended up with, 40 yards, I think?
And what about the pass game, though?
Oh, B-Rob was good in the pass game.
Yeah. I'm just saying, overall productivity.
Right.
I mean, he finished with 40 and 89.
Yeah.
Hell of math for me. 89 total
48
yards.
receiving.
Touchdown. I don't know. There are nits to pick offensively.
I think there's more than nits to pick, but okay.
There are problems offensively.
Yeah,
I think this defense is so porous that it might not really make an impact over the course of the season.
This defense was so bad today, and we were all concerned about the corners and the secondary and all those things. That wasn't even – it was in the middle of the defense. It was right up the gut. They could not stop the run from the start, and Baker just picked them apart. And even when they got to Baker, they weren't able to get him down. When they got Baker, they kept surrounding him, and he would escape. It was – I mean, you can't go out there and play defense like that and ever expect that you're going to close to winning.
I think perhaps nationally people underestimated what Tampa is. They brought everybody back. They made it to the divisional round of the playoffs last season. I think that's actually a good team.
Yeah.
But I also think Washington wasn't. Baker dissected them. Baker finished 24 of 30 for 290 with 4 touchdowns.
And Baker missed 2 guys that were wide open early in the game.
Right.
Imagine he hit
this thing could have been a blowout way earlier, frankly.
I mean, listen, you had the 2 missed throws early from Baker to wide open receivers. You had the missed field goal. I mean, this thing could have been 14-3 10 minutes into the game.
Speaking of field goals, they need a new kicker again. The Cade York thing. Here's why you definitely need to do it. If somebody wants to tell me be patient, they love scaring me in this stadium.
What do you think that cannon was for?
Dude, also, they are too into the Pirates here. And shooting a cannon off because your team enters the red zone?
Yeah,
give
that's
me a break with that. Sorry, I don't mean to offend anyone that may be walking by, but I shoot it off 3 times for a touchdown. I'm with you, but the red zone thing seems a little gratuitous. I don't know.
There's some Pirates around here that aren't happy with JP.
Hey, newsflash, you're not actually Pirates. But
Steve the Pirate.
The kicker's a problem.
Yes,
kicker's a real problem. If he plays a second game, then the conditions of that trade are they have to give Cleveland the 7th.
Yeah.
So long, sir.
Bye-bye. I don't know who's out there. I don't know who you're going with, but you got to find somebody.
Do you call McManus?
So somebody in the press box was saying that the charges were dismissed, but
they're likely to
be refiled, and it had to do with the name. I don't think you can call him. That's what I'm getting at. I don't think you can call him. So you got to figure something out.
If you don't, and one of the Rushmores in the thread texted this, you're in the kicker abyss. I don't know that whoever Sweat is just taking over. The big man's taking a step, taking a moment.
We got some video up. We're good. Yeah, we're okay. We're okay.
Hopefully people are watching this and enjoying it because it's an awesome opportunity and I'm really excited about it. But normally when we do this pod, we're not suited and booted and standing.
And we have a chance to sit down in
air conditioning.
Yeah, air conditioning and get our feel for it. We just got Greg Abernathy's finger on air, which is pretty fun.
We will get to the stuff here. But I'm going to say an overall statement about Dan Quinn, and I want you to tell me if you agree.
Okay.
I was surprised by what seemed to me a generally cautious tone. When there were opportunities for aggression, he tended to go the other way.
Yeah.
I mean, the first missed field goal, it's 4th-3 from the 29. He kicks the field goal. I think that's a go. Obviously, in the second half.
Hold on. Before you get there.
Yeah.
At the end of the first half.
Yeah, the timeouts.
Not calling the timeout and then also not running the 10 seconds off. We killed Ron for that
Sure.
in the past. And I don't think we can let DQ off the hook because they talked a lot at camp about working through these situations. And here we are, game 1. And there were issues.
And then in the second half, they score a touchdown. You score the touchdown. That puts you down 10. There is no difference from being down 10 or 9. That is a must go for 2.
Yes.
So if you kick the extra point, you're down 9. What does that mean? You need
Two-score
2
game.
scores to take the lead.
Yes.
If you miss the 2-pointer, you're down 10. It's a 2-score game. If you get the extra point, it's a 1-score game.
It's bad either. It's bad.
I wasn't in there for DQ's presser. I don't know if he got asked that.
He got asked about it.
Eventually, maybe it's tomorrow.
He got asked about it. He kind of dismissed it. It wasn't that big of a deal for him. But it was.
The only reason it's not a big deal is if you think your team's not good enough to, if you don't think you're going to be able to get another stop and come back down the field, then what the hell, kick the extra point.
You have to give yourself every opportunity to win. When your team is, and they had a chance to go down 8.
It's surrender Cobra.
Right.
It's very bizarre. What is worse, if it's surrender Cobra or you're unaware of what is, when you're in Vegas and there are rules when you sit down and play blackjack. There are pretty simple charts for this stuff.
Yeah,
that's an obvious one.
And you have
they
people
just hired
job.
Dave Gardy. You got all these
analytical people. That's all part of it. And to me, it's just last year Ron had a lot of rah-rah.
The analytics of football.
No, rah-rah BS stuff where, kick a field goal at the end of the game so we feel good about, not going for 2 there is hey, we wanted our kicker to, I don't know what it was, but it made 0 sense.
We are going to need an explanation on that. All right, let's get to some stuff. Now, I know Danny Frank doesn't want game balls after a loss, but we'll honor a few folks. I don't know. What?
Game balls and goats.
Brought to you by our friends at Oarsman Automotive of Virginia. We ride with them. Want you to do the exact same thing. Hopefully, Biaggi's somewhere watching this stream. Whole lot of goats. I think Emmanuel Forbes at the top of the list.
Dude, I don't know that
he went and got an X-ray.
You want to go person
later
by person because I think you can just kind of say the defense.
Yeah, but I think some people might. I think Forbes deserves his own.
Forbes deserves his own. Bobby Wagner got juked out of his shoes over there.
Yeah.
The middle of that defense, I thought was a real problem, both at the D line and at the linebacker position. The running game was too strong from the Bucs, and quite frankly,
tackling as the second half of that game, tackling was embarrassing.
Oh my goodness! And he got asked about DQ got asked about the tackling, and he's like, "Oh, there's a ton of stuff we can work on during the season." There isn't, and it was particularly bad.
Yeah, I mean they don't tackle. Nobody tackles. A lot of this game felt preseason. I was sitting with Chick Hernandez, and he said this is the stuff that used to get worked out in the preseason. Some of the procedural stuff early on in there, if you play a lot more in the preseason, maybe some of this gets worked out in the preseason. Forbes, I want to. Rondé Barber, his name is up in this stadium. Rondé Barber did radio with me and B last week and said, don't give up on Forbes yet. And I'm trying to take the long attitude with him, but tonight was bad. BSJ was bad. Their secondary's bad, dude, and I don't know that that's changing. And the pass rush didn't help him much.
Sainer still got beat right here in the corner of the end zone on that quick out. It was a little bit of a rub play, but either way, it's
how
just
about a goat? The first play from scrimmage, we joked in the press box, if 20 years from now we're in Canton for Jaden Daniels' enshrinement, the first play of his NFL career was throwing the ball backwards for a loss of 15 yards.
Yeah. How often does that happen? But also midway through the first half, I was looking up numbers because he had 56 yards rushing in the first, quarter and a half or so. It's the most rushing yards by a rookie in a debut since 2000. And that's not a good stat. It's a good stat for him, but it's not really that good of a stat. You don't really want to be doing that.
Game ball to fans, there are a ton of Commanders fans here.
There are a ton of Commanders
fans. Game ball to Burns. We got to go to Burns last night. But, listen, at this point.
Does B-Rob get a game ball? It's tough when you lose 37-20. I don't know. Let's forget it. Not a game ball.
I don't want to fight you. You want to get hat tip?
No, I don't. Yeah, hat tip.
Firm hat tip. What about Jaden? He was the only
No.
He was the only weapon they had.
No.
Didn't turn the ball over as a rookie quarterback.
No.
It's at least a hat tip.
The 15-yard loss to start, and then missing Terry on the deep ball down there. That's unforgivable. He has to hit Terry. If you're an NFL quarterback, you got to hit that guy.
Are you kicking a can? Are you goading him?
I'm not goading him. I'm not kicking a can. He was fine. I don't think
it's his rookie debut, and he was the only offense the team had. He rushed for 88 yards with 2 touchdowns. I'm not saying game ball.
It sounds like it.
I'm not. I think it's a hat tip.
Okay, you can give him a hat tip. I'm not ready to give him a hat tip. I
turnovers?
I expected better. I'm going to flat out say it. I expected the offense to look
better.
better.
I thought the entire offense would look better.
I thought all of it would look better.
I don't know that I like the play calling. I don't know how well the line played. I tell you what, though, I'm going to give at least a hat to Austin Eckler. Blocks his ass off.
He also took some shots.
Dude, how about his ability in pass pro? I mean, wow, what a pro.
He picks up
the 22-yard gain.
Yeah.
Eckler's you're going to need more possessions. Yeah. All right, so to recap, how about Burns, game ball to Stacy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Big man looks sharp.
So do you. I
love this suit.
Yeah, I love that.
So yeah, game ball to Stacy. Game ball to Greg. Good to all be here again.
Like to be back on the road.
Game ball to everybody watching on Monumental.
That's what I was going to say.
Did you just burp?
It was like a gleek.
It like snuck
out. Like a little gleek. Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that.
Hey, things are going well here. Things are rolling.
It's a good thing we booked the whole season. Otherwise, it might just be pulling the plug. All right, let's get to over-unders. I won. There's nothing to debate.
There is nothing to debate. You won. However, there were 0 slides.
Let's give them the numbers.
We had
the kid protected himself. Over-unders brought to you by MGM National Harbor. We love the folks at MGM National Harbor. Buckle up, because I'm coming for that Brad Paisley concert next weekend. Whether or not my wife agrees, we're going.
We had Jane Daniels. We both had over 219.5.
You remember
yards.
this? I'm just going to go.
I got it. It was way under.
Shout out to Mark Perina, who always keeps track of us.
We had
over-unders.
B-Rob rushing. I got it. B-Rob rushing yards 45.5. I went over. You went under. You zagged when I zigged.
Damn right.
Your zag was a winner. And then the over-under of 0.5 slides, which there were 0 slides tonight. He did a very good job of protecting himself. He dove a couple times. He tumbled. He did a front flip. There were 0 slides though.
But you said I won. Oh, because you would be wrong.
Yeah. B-Rob. Oh no, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we push. Hey.
No, he slid, dude.
No, he did not slide.
If he gave himself up and a player didn't hit him, that's what it is.
We distinctly said it had to be a feet first slide.
I asked him if he thought the Bryce Hall hit was a cheap shot. He said, no, I'm just playing football. He also said his helmet just pops off all the time. That it's been happening for years, and he's not worried about it.
Hey,
I might be worried about
Corey, I think we have a tweet that we need to fly, right? Somewhere in there?
That's news to me.
Is it possible? Yeah, because you tweeted that Jaden wasn't sliding, that he was tumbling and turning.
I tweeted a barrel roll.
He barrel rolled.
Barrel roll.
Look at that. Not
but
sliding.
That was specifically on one play, dude.
Getting down. No, not sliding, but he's getting down.
You cahooted with Corey back in D.C. to fly this just to try to prove your case?
I didn't need to prove my case.
That is collusion. That is call the Supreme Court.
It's not collusion because it's the correct. You look right here.
Yo, all these politicians, by the way, are worried about price gouging. Start at the airport. You know how much it costs to get chapstick at the airport?
$4.99.
Bro, it's outrageous.
I don't know. How much was it?
I don't know. A lot.
Yeah.
You know how much a Celsius was at that damn hotel?
Oh.
$6.50
Yeah.
for a Celsius.
That's
price gouging.
Ridiculous.
Go get them. Also, the fact that in one foul swoop, you burp on live app television.
I did not burp.
You sneaked one.
No,
and then you're able to
no.
remember all the numbers and over-unders is wildly impressive.
It's a steel trap.
Spotting dimes and eating onions.
Yeah.
All right. 100 Chips is also brought to you by MGM National Harbor, and it is time for 100 Chips. You got all this in your head?
I got all this.
All right.
I had 75
You're
chips.
like Rain Man.
Yeah. I had 75 chips on Chris Godwin over 5.5 catches. He had at least 6 plus 110, so I won that. I had 25 on the Zach Ertz touchdown.
That must have been minus 115, I think you said.
No, it was plus 110.
How did you get less chips than I did?
What do you mean? Because Perina. So our good friend Mark Perina, who does an incredible job of keeping track of this, messed up your numbers a little bit.
Oh.
Because.
Shouldn't they both be plus 110? Or
no,
minus 110?
You did 75 chips on
the over.
On the over.
Which hit by a mile.
Right. He had 80 chips for you, so that's why that's how you ended up. So
we're about tied then, right? Zach Ertz didn't not catch it. I mean,
yeah.
Was there a throw into the end zone by Washington at any point today? Did any Jaden Daniels? I'm asking. I don't know. This would be cool if we had like a chat function.
Yeah.
'Cause you know what would be really cool for the app people? If there's a chat function at the end of this, we could take questions from the chat, and then we know that people are in there engaging and they stick around to the end.
You're really.
Is that hard? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not
We'll
the
find
tech.
out.
I'm an idea guy.
Yeah.
I'm not an execution guy.
You're not a math guy. You're not a tech guy. I got you.
I can tell you what a slide is and isn't.
No, you can't, apparently.
It's when you protect yourself and get down and don't get hit.
I mean, sure. If you want to move the goalpost, by
So
all
did we
means.
tie 100
Cade
chips?
York could have used moving of the goalpost also.
You need a moving company.
Your 100
So
chips.
he's gonna need. I hope
your
he,
100
I hope
chips
he got
were
a hotel room.
75 on the over, 25 on Zach Ertz's touchdown.
Okay.
It was pretty close.
All right, so you'll be a little bit ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ahead by like 7.5 chips.
So a good sweat. Would you call it a good sweat,
I would
Mitch?
say it's a pretty good sweat. What do you think?
I think it's a good sweat.
Good sweat for you too?
I'm doing dude, pregame when I was walking around.
Pre-game, you were dying.
I was dying.
Yeah.
But I also had the jacket off. I feel all right now. Greg, how are you?
It's nice now. It's nice.
But once it starts, you're just on.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like, it's a faucet. Once you turn that faucet on, you can't put the cork back in it.
I'm a little moist. But I'm
We're
not
fine.
sweating.
Yeah, we're good.
We're doing okay.
We're doing
we got
okay.
our jackets on. We brought backup polo shirts. We had a plan.
Yeah, we had plans.
We had plans.
That is the most planning that we've ever done for anything.
And we're still kind of winging it.
And we have a beautiful whiteboard here with a lot of notes
this is
on
our
it.
entire game plan is written on this joint.
Which
So,
also, that's way more planning than we
ever.
normally do for a podcast.
This is the most we've
So,
ever done.
Yeah,
usually we just have my computer and I have notes.
Yeah.
All right, Benji bet. We didn't get it.
I was positive that we were going to hit it.
We didn't.
I was wrong. Hey, listen, no chest tattoo for you, so you're in good shape.
Yep. Not this year.
You got that. So.
Benji bet sponsored by no one. Somebody get in there, man.
Yeah, we need a Benji.
We're out here doing the salespeople's job. Somebody
need a
get on
Benji
that
sponsor.
thing. Well, nobody hit it. So we both said 27-23.
27-23. It didn't happen.
Final was 37-20. So we got one digit correct from both numbers.
Okay. That's something.
I mean, talk about a moral victory.
I mean, yeah. We're going to feel good next week because we each hit one number of it.
This has been fun doing this.
I like doing this.
I'm enjoying this.
It's going to be fun all year, especially when we're not in Tampa and it's not humid.
As long as everybody's cool. We got this. This ain't exactly live TV sitting at a desk.
Right.
And it's got to be a little more flowy.
There's a little more.
Here.
Yeah, there's some things happening. But your favorite?
Do you have this read in your brain?
I just know it's teethkeepers.com.
I think we made that up.
No, it is. Dominion National.
I know that. I know the
all your
website
vision
is
and dental.
teethkeepers.com.
Oh, the singing?
Yeah, but I think we made up the jingle.
Oh, we absolutely did.
Hey, that's free for you, Teeth Keepers. You don't have to pay us for that one.
Absolutely. This beautiful singing voice.
Dominion National has great. Give me that thing, Greg. I'll just read it.
It's all here. I like it. It's the top one.
What Makes You Smile is brought to you by Dominion National. Visit them at teethkeepers.com, where they provide high-value dental and vision benefits for individuals. Enroll today and save. Teethkeepers.com. Let me keep it. I'll do the MGM read. I know mine, but I'll let you go first unless you don't know yours.
Go for it.
Very cool moment. Abs, I don't know that you could shoot this. I don't know that it'll be light enough. But Doug Williams was drafted by the Bucs way back when. And he was good here. He got them to, they were really bad, and then they kind of built that team up. I believe, did Doug get them to an NFC title game when he was quarterback of the Bucs? I believe he got them to an NFC title game. They lost. They didn't go to the Super Bowl. But it was a really cool moment. Doug's here, obviously. He works for the Commanders. Doug's here in an official capacity. And I was talking with him at halftime. Shout out to Bananas Foster. It's banging. Doug and I were both getting the Bananas Foster. And he looks over at me, and I'm, like, trying to line up this picture. He's like, what are you doing? And I was like, I wanted a picture of Doug Williams with Doug Williams on the stadium behind, and the picture's god-awful. It didn't work at all.
Right.
Apparently lighting matters
that's
or
tech.
something.
That's tech stuff.
I'm not
You're
a tech
not good
guy.
at that. Yeah,
I'm an idea.
okay.
From an idea standpoint, I had something.
Yeah, you had an idea.
But that moment made me smile. I talked to Doug for a couple of minutes. I always enjoyed talking to him, and I just said, what's it like being back here? He's like, still feels a little like home, you know? So
That's good.
there you go. 37-20, you talk about halftime.
Mine's even worse than that.
Let's go.
What made me smile, 37-20 football game stunk, but I thought the effort kind of stunk. You know what effort didn't
I
stink?
don't think the effort stunk. I just don't think they're good.
They're not good. They're not good. I didn't think they played particularly hard or fast or aggressive. Regardless, what made me smile was all the people that were waiting for this stream to happen, and all the people back in Bethesda that made this thing happen.
If there's a vote on it, they're going to pick yours because you picked them.
Of course, but it's
Pander
also the
pick.
better one.
It's a good one.
It is. Listen,
Thank you,
we
guys.
loved all of the tweets. We're going to start reposting them once we get done with here and shower and chill a little bit and maybe JP gets
You
a
getting
couple
a cold tub?
burps out. Yeah.
Cold tub tonight?
I will die. If that cold tub was still going in the Commander's locker room, I would
just get it fully clothed.
Swan dive into it.
This has been awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope the bosses liked it. I hope everybody gave real email addresses. Because here's the thing. I don't know what kind of secrets I'm giving away here, but there should be more content coming. So give them your email address, and then maybe there'll be more cool stuff, right? That's
Absolutely.
fair? There's no state secrets given.
No state secrets. Well done.
This has been fun. One more time, I do want to thank our friends over at MGM National Harbor. We really appreciate them. And make sure you know MGM National Harbor is your game day destination this fall. Catch all the games at Tap Sports Bar and the BetMGM Sportsbook and Lounge. Both places are dope. Me and the big man love them both.
We'll be there for some Monday night or Thursday night games coming up. It's going to be a ton of fun.
I need a ride, though.
My good friend, UBER.
Thank you guys for watching and listening. Hope you enjoyed it. We did. We'll be back. I think we got a cool interview lined up for maybe Monday night, Tuesday afternoon, something like that. Another pod coming. But, dude, please, if you watch this and enjoyed it, who should they tweet at? Zach Leonsis?
Yes.
Friday
Abernathy, Zach Leonsis.
Tweet directly at them.
All the very important people that allow us this opportunity.
Thank you guys very much for watching. From me and the big man, we owe you a beer.